Regarding motivation, I don't really believe in motivation because how much money I'm making from product, and that product net is just being used for getting solid backlinks. I think since July 2023, of course, the quality of audience has declined. Every creator in the future would be having a newsletter or a community.
And what steps did you have to take to monetize your products? Hi guys, we have another interview with a guest that I have been following for a long time. He is Shushant Lakhyani. I first met him on Product Hunt, where he became famous for his products sold through GumRoad, and later he became very prominent on other social networks. Before we start, I would appreciate if you could like this episode and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All the social media links are listed in the description, and also a link to continue this episode in the premium community. And now I'll leave it to you to introduce yourself to us. The microphone is yours.
So hi guys, I'm Shushant here, and I had basically started my career at Goldman Sachs. I was an analyst at Goldman Sachs, and then I quit my job there to basically build something on my own. So for the first month after quitting Goldman Sachs, I helped my dad with his family business, and then I just got on Twitter, slowly became a content creator, built digital products, then also did some ghostwriting, then built a newsletter, got it acquired, and currently I'm the head of growth at Horizon AI. So yeah, that's a short description about me.
Thanks, nice. You worked as a Goldman Sachs analyst, and it is a leading global banking company. Why have you decided to drastically change your job and certainty of a regular income into a freelancer career?
So I think like according to me, I think like both are equally good. Even having a freelance role or I mean even being a freelancer or having a job at Goldman Sachs is equally good. But I think it depends on a person's goals. Like the thing which I did not like in a regular job was just that I mean you don't get to learn a lot. It's quite repetitive. It was quite repetitive for me, and I didn't see like me getting a good learning curve. But when you're a freelancer online, you work on multiple things. Like first you work on building your skills, then you work on marketing yourself, then you work on getting clients, then you work on managing multiple clients, then you I mean some freelancers also then go ahead to build their own agency. So I think the learning curve online is really good, and many freelancers, if you also know, Danco was a freelancer earlier. So these freelancers, after building agencies, also built their own SaaS products, digital products, and a lot more. So yeah, I mean, since you get to learn a lot online, I think this was the best career path for me. So yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that you started on Product Hunt where you offered many freebies and then later paid list generated by, I suppose that it was by ChatGPT. How do you use AI now, and which AI tools do you use to help you?
So, like right now, let's say we are in a meeting right now. So many a times for meetings, I use Fireflies AI, and apart from that, just for like screen recording and helping someone learn something new, I use Loom. Again, it also has AI inside it. So apart from that, more AI tools that I use on a daily basis is Tweet Hunter because I'm a creator on Twitter. Then I use Taplio because I'm a creator on LinkedIn, and it's a LinkedIn growth tool. Apart from that, yeah, I think I use ChatGPT the most because I mean you can do almost everything these days on ChatGPT. You can generate videos, you can generate images, you can also I mean sorry, you can generate videos only using GPTs, not using Sora because that's not available. So yeah, apart from that, you can generate text, you can generate content ideas, like anything. You can also analyze data. So yeah, these are the tools I use. Apart from that, more tools that I use are AI carousels that helps to build carousels. And apart from that, yeah, then yeah, there is this Midjourney subscription that I pay for on a monthly basis. Then there are also some video generation tools which I use. Like I have tried Genmo a lot. Then I've also tried Leapix a lot. I've tried Runway a lot. So yeah, I just keep juggling between all of these AI tools.
Yeah. Uh, are you still present on Product Hunt? I mean, are you still active there? Because I think that you also created something like WhatsApp group and there were many people inside this group and everybody wanted to upvote for their products on the launch days. Uh, How is it now?
So to be honest, I mean, I'm not very much keen on production right now because, like, if you might have read Tibo's newsletter recently, he also told that the return on investment on production is not really great. And since I'm a solopreneur, I was a solopreneur before, the return on investment was really good. So what I mean here is that if you're launching on production, my how I used to measure returns was that how much money I'm making from production. That was really good, but it has been declining over time. I don't know if the quality of audience on production is declining or if, I mean, its product net is just being used for getting solid backlinks. But I think the amount of money that solopreneurs or businesses made from product net last year is way more than, what they're making right now. So, and I also saw this on some other YouTubers' videos as well, like product and quality is declining. Hence, I have like stopped launching there totally. And my focus right now is just on building a personal brand because I think that that is more valuable than just relying on production, because many times on production you don't even know if a launch would be featured or not. Like I've seen founders being scared about it, and even their customer care is not really good at times. Also regarding that WhatsApp group, like I had created it so that founders could support each other, and since I'm not very active right now on production, of course the quantity of launches on the WhatsApp group have declined, but yeah, still like people keep sharing their launches sometimes. So yeah, that's going fine.
It's only my curiosity, but uh, was it successful to sell products via this platform, or it was something like just having traffic?
So I mean, it was, of course, it was a good initiative to launch on production, but I think since July 2023, of course, the quality of audience has declined. So I mean, it's not that much worth it right now, but what product and I think helps today is just to get quality backlinks and get good traffic. Like initially, it just helps to validate your idea. But again, I would say product hunt is not for solopreneurs because, today you'll see teams of like 14 or 20 people launching on product hunt. So you know that your chances of ranking on top of product hunt are relatively low if you're just a solopreneur. So what I would suggest right now to people is just building a personal brand because that helps you more than just relying on product, and because you don't even know today if product and would be featuring your launch or not. And apart from that, even if they feature your launch, they can again de-rank your product even if you have good number of upvotes. So yeah, it's not very trustworthy right now.
Yeah, okay. Back to AI. What are your thoughts about AI? Do you think it will replace a human workforce? And if yes, which jobs will be replaced according to you?
I think that, I think AI would firstly replace people who are scared of AI or who are not using AI tools because, what I think is that AI can, of course, like reduce the size of teams because, like, today, one person can do the work of two people because, like, AI can help him a lot. So I think team sizes would be reduced and like incompetent people would be replaced. But I think if someone is really good at learning new technology and even learning new AI tools, how they work and how to prompt them, I don't think they need to like fear anything of like being replaced. So yeah, I think it's just the same as other technologies. Like when Excel was launched, again some people were replaced, but people who learned Excel actually like still got a job. So
How long did it take you to build such huge communities across social media? And how did you achieve that? Because I think that also on LinkedIn and on Twitter, you have a huge community.
So, to be honest, like what I think right now of social media is that your follower size or audience size doesn't matter. What matters is the number of views that you are getting today. Because I know people who have more than 100,000 followers but are getting only 1,000 views on their post. And then there are also people with only 1,000 followers who are getting more than 100,000 views on their post. So again, followers don't matter, subscribers don't matter. The views that you're getting today matter. So I would say that people should focus on that. And when it comes to community, I think a community is built only on a newsletter or like, let's say if you have a Slack group or a a Discord channel, or let's say if you have a community on like school or circles. So only on these platforms, you can build a strong community. But social media, I think, should just be used as a discovery platform for your products and services. Nothing else apart from that, because like that is the main motive of social media right now. Yeah, like this is what I think.
And what steps did you have to take to monetize your products?
So firstly, I think, yeah, of course, a product and launch help. So whenever I used to launch a product, and I used to have a free version of the product always. I mean, I used to have a free version and a paid version. Like that would help me know if people really value the product. So that helps a lot. Apart from that, you can also, I mean, before launching, I also used to share my products with my like friends, like creative friends, like I'm going to launch this. Is this good? Do you like using this? So yeah, that also helps a lot. And apart from that, I would suggest that people should always have tiered pricing. Like let's say there is one free version, then there should be another $1 version. There should be another $10 version, another $100 version of the same product itself. Like if you see, there is this guy called Ruben on LinkedIn, and he earlier had a $1 product. I mean, the $1 product, and the same product had a $100 version of it. So yeah, people should focus on tiered pricing as well. Like these are some monetization strategies, but if you don't really launch a product, and I think people should focus only on getting traffic from social media rather than relying a lot on paid ads, because paid ads would get you customers easily and you won't be able to really validate your product or the concept. So yeah, I think having an audience on social media there also would really help people. So yeah.
And which platforms are good for monetizing products? You used only Gumroad, or are there any options?
Yeah, I have used only Gumroad, but of course, people can use other options as well. Like today, we also have an option to launch our products on Typedream, and then there is Lemon Squeezy. Then there is also PayHip. I mean, PayHip I had tried, but it didn't work really well for me. So yeah, I won't suggest it to any Indian. But yeah, apart from PayHip, then I mean I know only of these two or three platforms like which are trustworthy because I've seen many other creators using them. Apart from that, if you want to launch like a mega course or something, I think you can use that platform which Justin Welsh uses, which is Kajabi. It is also good, but I think the fees is really high of that platform. Then if you want to launch a cohort-based course, you can go for Maven. So yeah, again, now we have different platforms for different types of products. So yeah, people can choose accordingly.
Yeah, and have you been working on those products only you, like solopreneur, or somebody else helped you as well?
Earlier, when I had built them, of course, I had some help. So, I mean, I was working solo, but of course, I had like just some of my friends who stay nearby who helped me build these products. So, yeah, of course, I had some help, but like it was my vision of building the entire product in one way. So, yeah.
And how long did it take you to monetize your very first product?
I think it just took me one night because I had launched it on production, and on the second day, I woke up and I saw sales. So, yeah.
That was quick. uh,
Yeah.
and yeah, right now I think that you are a part of team, but when you was a solopreneur, what struggles you used to face daily?
I think as a solopreneur, the struggles are basically like I think managing your focus because as a solopreneur, you have to take care of many things alone. Like you don't have anyone to rely on, and yeah, of course, no vacations. Yeah, that's the biggest negative sometimes. So yeah, you have to work daily, even a little bit. So yeah, that was a negative thing. Then apart from that, like managing a lot of things, and many a times it used to be very difficult to manage everything at one place. But yeah, like when you're having a team, then things are quite easy as compared to when you're a solopreneur. So yeah, I mean only these two negatives for me. Like managing things would be much difficult when I was a solopreneur, and yeah, just no vacations. Yeah.
And do you have any tips for those solopreneurs to be more successful? Something like uh, to be more effective while being solopreneur?
I think some people take the solopreneur word quite seriously, even when I had taken it. So I think a solopreneur doesn't always mean, that you need to just do all the work yourself. Because today, Justin Welch has an audience of more than 1 million followers online across all of his social media platforms. But he still, I think, has a virtual assistant and he has some help to help his content creation work done and other work done. So I think it is fine to get some help as a solopreneur, because even if you know, Danko also has some people who are working with him, although he is a solopreneur. Because if you see his reels on Instagram, they require like heavy editing work. So I think like as a solopreneur also, you should be fine having some people. I mean, just don't be rigid on the idea that I'll do everything myself, because otherwise that's going to be a headache. So yeah, people should not take the solopreneurship term too seriously.
And how many hours do you invest in the content creation or creation of your products?
I think even before and also today, like it's just like approximately 12 hours of work per day. So,
Okay. And how this changed after using AI?
I think AI helped me work faster, but the negative thing about AI was that since I was able to work faster, I thought of working on more things. So again, like since I was working on more things again, I anyways have to spend 12 hours. So yeah, that was the thing.
So the only change was the amount of the content, yeah. Okay, I see. Can you tell us more about selling your web shop to Horizon AI?
So yeah, my newsletter had been acquired by Horizon AI, and like it basically happened when I came to a point where I decided that, of course, like I am able to build good digital products, I'm able to build a newsletter, and I'm able to grow it. But I thought of like, I mean, I wanted to make my newsletter a big thing, and I knew that I won't be able to make it big without having a team, because, like, I mean, writing a newsletter itself takes you like an entire day. So yeah, like this is why I was earlier thinking of building a team, but later I thought that like let's join a good newsletter who is working on something big, and then I got this proposal from Horizon AI, and then like my newsletter got acquired, and now I'm working with Horizon AI itself.
So you are not part of this anymore, or are you involved in some way?
I think I'm still involved because yeah, I'm still selling digital products and all of that. So yeah, I'm still there. I
Okay.
mean, I'm a solopreneur as well as a freelancer both right now.
In the near future, you want to concentrate on email marketing, if I see correctly. Uh, okay, let's cover this topic. Why do you consider email marketing as an effective way to promote yourself or your products, and also a good funnel for selling?
So, like, as per my analysis so far, like, I have made, like, even when I was a solopreneur, I have made the most amount of sales via my emails itself. Like, let them be my, like, newsletter, or else my Gumroad emails. So these help me make the most amount of sales as compared to my Twitter audience or LinkedIn audience. They didn't really help me, like, make much sales as compared to the audience that I had on emails. So, this is why I think like I'm more bullish on emails. And apart from that, what I believe is that every creator in the future would be having a newsletter or a community. So I think instead of having a community, a newsletter will help more, because like people open emails daily, so they can of course check your email way easily as compared to going to your community and then seeing through all those small channels. So that's why I think I'm more bullish on having a newsletter, because I think newsletters are easy to monetize because they have a high CTR as compared to social media channels. So yeah, like this is why I'm more bullish on email marketing as well.
And what platforms are good for email marketing? Because, for example, I know Beehive, MailChimp, and you know, do you have any your favorite?
I think Beehive is the best, to be honest. And I mean, the worst which I have used is only GumRoad, because it doesn't have a lot of analytics or something. So, yeah, I mean, there is MailChimp also, which is good, but I think it is not good if you want to start a newsletter. For newsletters, I think you need to have Beehive, and I think more and more companies are focusing on just building a newsletter rather than, the old school email marketing which we used to see in the past.
And what are some common mistakes or that businesses make in their email marketing, and how can they be avoided?
So I think what businesses do wrong is like, I think spamming a lot. So it should not come to that point where you're just spamming customers. Because like I know this another competitor AI newsletter of Horizon AI, which had spam, which used to spam me a lot to purchase the premium version of their newsletter. So, I mean, that just made me feel a bit bad about like that newsletter forcing me to subscribe. And then there are also some other companies who just keep sending you emails to, subscribe to the pro plans or like purchase the products. So I think this is the worst thing an email newsletter can do, because if you see Dan Coe's or Justin Welch's newsletter, so first he provides value really well and then he sells something towards the end of the newsletter. So I think people should follow that really well, because I think that is the major disadvantage. If you're just like, if someone just opens your newsletter and they just see an ad to purchase a product, like that's a huge disappointment. So companies should avoid that. Avoid that.
Can you share some effective tips on how to write good emails that sell products?
So, I mean, the only way to write good emails is, of course, to first have a good design, to have a good banner, to provide value towards the like start of the email, and to ensure that like the email is not like reading the email does not take more than 3 minutes, and then selling the product towards the end instead of just pitching the products in the like start of the email itself. So I think that is it. Like people can analyze the emails of Danko and Justin Welch. They are the best examples out there. So yeah.
You said that 3 minutes is an average time for reading email. From where do you have these statistics and analytics?
I'm sorry, I could not get you there.
You mentioned that the average time for reading email is 3 minutes. Did I understand correctly?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
How did you learn this fact?
So this happened when I was like, yeah. So this happened when I was writing the Digital Disruptor like newsletter, and I had tested with various formats while writing the newsletter. Like once the format was when people used to take 7 minutes to read, then sometimes it was 5 minutes, sometimes it was 3 minutes. So 3 minutes worked the best for me to get a good like CTR as well. And not only that, like I've also seen this statistic because I keep reading these emails from Beehive. I mean, also from Matt McGarry, because he's the newsletter guy online. Like he's the best person you can refer to if you want to grow a newsletter or start a newsletter. So yeah, yeah, just personal experience as well as learning from others.
Do you think that cold emails are an effective way to reach companies or people? Why yes or why not?
So again, the answer here would be yes and no. I mean, I'll give an example. So there is this guy on, let's say there is Luke Matthews on LinkedIn, and you receive a cold email from Luke Matthews. Of course, you would open that cold email because he is a big person on LinkedIn. So why not? But let's say today some person ABC, he sends you an email, a cold email. I mean, you won't even bother opening it. So I think a person who has a personal brand, I mean, on any social media platform or anywhere, or is recognized, if he or she sends a cold email, that is more valuable than a random person sending a cold email. Because I mean, I personally avoid opening such emails where I don't even know the person, because I receive like hundreds of emails on a daily basis and even hundreds of messages on Twitter, which are cold DMs to get services for video editing. I mean, the blah blah blah. So yeah, I think a person must be trustworthy first, and then they should focus on like just using cold emails as a strategy. Or else, instead of just using cold emails, a person should first focus on how you can build a good relationship with me, let's say on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and then move on to cold emails. Because I think Twitter or LinkedIn are good platforms to like first build a relationship with a client and then let them know how you can provide value, instead of just copy pasting a cold email like template or anything.
Next question is, how can a company or individual prevent people from unsubscribing from the newsletter?
So firstly, I would say the first step here is that don't get people who are not interested in your newsletter. Like, don't let them come into your newsletter. How you can do this is by having a double step verification on your newsletter, in which the person receives a verification email to actually subscribe to your newsletter. But that doesn't really help in like getting more subscribers. So what other newsletters can do is that they can have filters. Like, I mean, everyone has a different filter these days to remove subscribers who are not interested. Like let's say like a normal filter which I and many other newsletters follow, and even Beehive recommends, is that over a month just check people who have not even opened, sorry, people who have opened less than 20% of your emails. So that's a good filter to remove, uninterested subscribers. Also, just don't remove uninterested subscribers like just together. Just first send them some emails and let them know that you're planning to remove them because they are not an active subscriber. If they are interested, they would again like start reading your emails, or else they would be fine like unsubscribing it. So yeah, they can follow this formula. Like, I mean, subscribers in a month who have opened less than 20% emails in that entire month. So yeah, that's a good formula to follow.
And how can we increase the open rate and click-through rate?
Okay, so firstly, the open rate and CTR also depend on the primary, like the welcome emails that you send. So in the welcome emails itself, you can ask them to move your email from like promotional to primary tab if it landed in the promotional tab. And you can also give a tutorial, like I have attached a YouTube video link, which is a tutorial of how to, like move emails from like the promotional tab to the primary tab. So you can also do that. Apart from that, again, I would say cleaning your list on a monthly basis, or some people also do it on a weekly basis or a daily basis. Like cleaning your list is the most important thing to get your emails land in the primary section of the inbox. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And according to you, who is the top notch in email marketing? Someone who we should to follow?
I mean, I'm mostly active in just like understanding newsletters. So I follow Matt McGarry. So yeah, I think for me, he's the topmost person. But yeah, no one, no one else apart from that. Apart from that, I just keep reading Beehive's blogs because they also share analytics of whatever is going on in this newsletter economy. So yeah, they are also good to like refer.
And can you share some findings or interesting information from your experience with email marketing?
As of now, okay, so I mean, I just don't want to say something that I shouldn't say, so I'm just thinking, what should I say? Uh, so I mean, so yeah, I have found this one thing that like in email marketing, many times we don't really understand. I mean, many newsletters don't really have a personality of their own. Like if you see, there's this newsletter called Milk Road, so they have this funny tone. Then, I mean, apart from them, I haven't seen any newsletter really having a personality or having, an avatar representing the newsletter. So I think newsletters must also have a personality. Like, let's say today creators have personality. I have a different personality. There is some other creator who has a different personality. So newsletters should also have this personality. Newsletters should also have a mascot, like how Milk Road is like promoting their mascot. So yeah, I think this is one thing that newsletters can use to their advantage.
We are almost at the end of this episode. Do you have any motivational thoughts and or speech?
Hmm. I mean, regarding motivation, I don't really believe in motivation because I think it's just the inner voice of the person that motivates them to like go ahead and work. So yeah, like yeah, nothing much because I generally don't follow any motivational quotes or anything. So yeah, I mean, just do what you love. Yeah, that's the only thing.
We should work more, I see. Okay, thank you very much for this conversation and also accepting the invitation to be interviewed. And I wish you success. For the viewers, I'll just mention that don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also our social media. Everything will be in the description. Now we move to the premium section where the video continues. You can find the link also in the description, and so see you there. Thank you once again. And how important is networking for people who are solopreneurs, and how do you go about building and maintaining professional relationships?
People should network only with people who have achieved the problem that you are facing.
And how do you approach to time management and prioritize tasks in your solo venture?
I focus more on energy management as compared to time management because I think that if you have the energy to work on a certain task, you would of course work on it no matter what happens. You will be having the entire focus to work on that task.
Which platform or social media helped you sell the most products?